Welcome to another diary session. Today, meet Galen, a 73-year-old man who spent 55 years chasing shadows he thought were success. In this raw, deeply personal confession, Galen holds nothing back. He opens his heart completely, sharing the painful truth of his biggest regret. Also, you don't have to learn it the hard way. If you're grinding today, believing later will be enough, this one is for you. Do not forget to subscribe and share to someone who needs this. Now, let's hand it over to Galen.
Hello, folks. My name's Galen, and I'm 73 years old. If you're watching this, maybe you're young, hustling through life like I did, or perhaps you're my age, looking back with that same hollow ache in your chest. I spent 55 years, 55 long, grinding years, chasing money over everything that truly mattered. Family, love, simple joys. And let me tell you, it's my biggest regret ever. Society sold me this dream: work hard, climb the ladder, provide for your loved ones. But what they don't say is that the ladder leads to a lonely peak. I grew up poor, you see, in a small town where my dad worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. I swore I'd never let my family struggle like that. So I dove headfirst into the corporate world, thinking wealth would fix everything. But oh, how wrong I was. Today I'm sharing my story, not for pity, but to save you from the same pain. Because on my deathbed, I know I won't wish for more money. I'll wish for more time with the people I lost along the way. Stick with me. This might just change how you live your life. Let me take you back. I was 18 when I started my first job as a junior accountant. Grew up in the 60s when the American dream was all about that white picket fence funded by overtime. I married my high school sweetheart, Judy, at 22. We had 2 kids, a boy and a girl, by the time I was 25. But instead of being there for bedtime stories or Little League games, I was at the office crunching numbers till midnight. It's for our future, I'd tell myself. 1 more promotion and we'll be set. Promotions came, all right. By 30, I was a manager. By 40, VP. The money flowed, big house, fancy cars. But Judy's smiles faded, and the kids, they grew up without me. I remember the day it hit me like a freight train. It was 5 years ago, at 68, I started forgetting things, important meetings, conversations I'd just had, even familiar names and faces. I got lost driving routes I'd known for decades. Doctors diagnosed vascular dementia caused by years of uncontrolled high blood pressure, chronic stress, poor diet, and no exercise. As the confusion grew and I realized my memories were slowly slipping away forever, I didn't think about my bank account. I thought about Judy, who divorced me 20 years earlier because I was married to my job. I thought about my son, who barely calls, and my daughter, who sends polite cards but no visits. That was my turning point. The wake-up call that screamed, "Galen, you've wasted your life on illusions." And you know what's controversial? Society pushes this hustle culture like it's a virtue. Work 80-hour weeks, they say, build that empire. But it's a scam, folks. Stats show Americans work 1,800 hours a year, but spend only 300 with family. I bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. Suppressed my dreams of traveling with Judy or coaching my boys' team. For what? A fat retirement fund I now sit on alone. If I'd known then what Bronnie Ware talks about in her book, The Regrets of the Dying, I might have chosen differently. People on their deathbeds wish they hadn't worked so hard, hadn't lost touch with friends, had lived more authentically. That could have been my guide, but I was too busy chasing the dollar. Let's get into the heart of it, the regrets that keep me up at night. First, skipping family time for promotions. I remember my daughter's 10th birthday. She begged me to be there for the cake, but there was a deadline at work, a big client pitch. I promised I'd make it up to her. I didn't. Came home to wilted balloons and her tear-streaked face. That pattern repeated: missed vacations, anniversaries. Judy tried to warn me, saying, "Gallon, money can't hug you back." But I ignored her. Result? She had an affair with someone who was present. Divorce at 45. I blamed her then, but now? It was my fault. I was emotionally unavailable, suppressing my feelings to play the provider role Gabor Mate warns about. Men like me bottle up emotions for the grind, and it poisons everything. God, I miss her every day. Second regret. My kids resenting me. My son, now 48, cut contact for years. He said, "Dad, you were never there when I needed you." I missed his games, his graduations, all for stability. Now he's a workaholic too, repeating my mistakes. My daughter, she visits occasionally, but there's this wall. I realize now that not investing time in loved ones leaves you with an empty nest that echoes forever. I chased money thinking it'd secure their future, but it stole ours. And financially, oh, the ironies, like those stories in Business Insider. I cashed out retirement funds early for investments that tanked, racking up debt. Underestimated health costs, too. The vascular dementia care and treatments have already wiped out $100,000 in savings. Money I hustled for, gone in a blink, leaving me reliant on Social Security and regrets. Third, losing friends and authenticity. I wish I'd stayed in touch with friends, my buddies from college. We drifted because I was always too busy. Weekend barbecues turned to work emails, and living true to myself. I suppressed my passion for painting, for adventure, to fit the corporate mold. I became a shell, rich on paper, poor in soul. Remember one Christmas, friends invited us over. I declined for a report due Monday. Now, at 73, my phone rarely rings. Loneliness is a killer, folks. Studies show it shortens life like smoking 15 cigarettes a day. I traded real connections for superficial ones at networking events. What a fool I was. Fourth regret, neglecting health and happiness. I ignored my body for decades, stress eating, no sleep, all for the next bonus. The vascular dementia, just the climax of years of abuse. And happiness? Mel Robbins says no one regrets not working more, but mourning unlived joys, that's universal. I never took that dream trip to Europe with Judy, never pursued hobbies. I chased hustle, thinking it'd bring fulfillment, but it brought burnout. Capitalism tricks us into thinking more hours equal more worth. But at what cost? My health crashed, relationships crumbled, and now I'm left with what ifs. If I'd balanced it, worked smarter, not harder, maybe I'd have memories instead of money. It hurts, admitting this, but you need to hear it. But it's not all doom. After that diagnosis, I quit cold turkey, sold the big house, downsized, started volunteering at a community center. Reached out to my kids, awkward at first, but we're mending. I even picked up painting again. It's therapeutic. Lessons: first, audit your life now. Imagine your deathbed. What would you wish you'd done differently? Prioritize family over finances. Second, talk to your loved ones. Vulnerability builds bonds. Third, save smart, but don't hoard. Get insurance, build an emergency fund, but spend on experiences too. Fourth, chase happiness, not hustle. Work to live, not live to work. Quit that soul-sucking job if it steals your joy. Life's short. Take the vacation, coach the team, balance ambition with presence. And men especially, break the tough provider mold. Your family needs you, not just your paycheck. So here I am, 73 years old, sitting in this quiet house that once echoed with laughter I was too busy to hear. I've told you the hard truth. My biggest regret is chasing money for 55 years while life slipped through my fingers. But I'm not here to leave you feeling heavy. I'm here to light a fire under you. Listen close, tomorrow is not guaranteed. That dream you've been putting off, that call you keep meaning to make, that risk you've been avoiding, today is the day to start. I want you to stop this video right now, not later, not tomorrow, and do one thing you've been delaying because you've been too busy or waiting for the right time. Because I promise you, from the bottom of my broken but healing heart, there is no perfect time. There's only now. Here's your challenge. Pick at least one, better yet, pick 3, and do it this week. I'm begging you, call or text that person you've been meaning to reconnect with, your parent, your old friend, your sibling. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're sorry. Tell them you're proud. Don't wait until it's too late like I did. Book that trip you've been dreaming about. Even if it's just a weekend away with your spouse or kids, put down the deposit today. Memories are the only currency that grows in value over time. Start that thing you've always wanted to do, painting, writing, dancing, learning guitar, opening that small business, sign up for the class, buy the supplies. Your future self will thank you. Say no to extra work this week and say yes to family time. Leave the office on time once. Turn off your phone during dinner. Be fully there. Feel what it's like to choose people over productivity. Write a letter to your future 73-year-old self. Tell them what you're committing to today. Seal it. Open it in 10 years. I wish someone had made me do this at 30. You think you have time. I thought I had time too. 55 years gone in a blink. Don't let your story be one of regret. Let it be one of courage, of choosing love, presence, and joy while you still can. If this hit you hard, do me one favor, hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and drop in the comments the one thing you're finally going to start this week. Hold yourself accountable. I'll be reading them. Thank you for letting this old man into your life for a few minutes. Go live yours fully, boldly, starting right now. God bless you.